we will be free. For when the rising tide is turned in every London quarter, Parliament comes crashing down with Robert's Rules of Order.
Ready?
Yep.
Go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Something like that.
All right.
Okay, where are we? What
All
are we
right,
doing?
let us read the devotional.
Welcome back to Sunday, October the 4th, 2000 coronavirus. Yes.
I'm so...
Yeah,
okay, here we go.
I do that too.
All righty, you ready?
No, but we'll do it anyway.
We need communion wafers. I don't know. Are we going to be that sacrilegious?
What?
Yes.
Get us some nachos.
Well, right. Nachos could be our communion wafers.
Well, I've got the beer already.
Nachos next time.
Yeah.
Remind me. I have to make a note. Make a note. All right. The chair.
However, we have a problem with that.
Why?
Because it's nacho cheese.
Just shoot me. All right. And it says chair funny, not chairman, Mr. Hahnemann. Okay. The chair then states, remember, this is just a statement.
I got it. Chair whatever.
The chair whatever.
Yeah.
But
that covers everything.
And we got to go to the section.
Even Gonzo, yes.
Mr. Seebeck, how much caffeine have you had today?
Not enough.
Settle down, Beavis.
Be quiet in the church service. Okay. The chair then states and puts the question on all of the committee's amendments in gross. That is taken together, unless a member asks for a separate vote on one or more of them. If so, a single vote is taken on all of the other amendments, and then the question is stated separately on each of the amendments for which a separate vote was asked. So let it be written, so let it be done.
So let it be written. So let it be done.
That sounds like calling all previous questions.
But here we go. You get who reads? You read, right? Or do I read?
You do.
Okay, but I don't have, so I got to find it here.
I'll find it here. 535.
Yeah, tell me what, like, it's talking about committee, obviously.
Yeah.
And I will say the news section. So
530. That's in committee of the whole of all things.
is it?
Yeah.
So basically, like, you get the opportunity to adopt the report in full.
Right.
All of the amendments. But if somebody objects, which in a libertarian thing somebody will, then you have to go separately.
Yeah, think. Yeah. So it puts them in gross. Okay, so what if there's less than 144 amendments?
You're killing me today. All right, well, that's...
Well, it has to be, because we're going to go too deep anyway.
So is this different from a regular committee? You can't do it in gross? Is that the thing?
Shoot. Every time I've used committee of the whole, it's never been this formal.
I'm thinking that must be a feature. So
where's James Madison when we need him?
Well,
He could rattle this off the top of his head.
Let's look up committees in general to see if we can find easily if you can do those in whole too. I have a feeling you can't.
Probably, I started at 5123.
Well, here it says on motion referred with committee's recommendations.
Hold on, let me.
So 51.
Motion or resolution referred to a committee. That's.
So I'm just trying to figure out if we could do it in gross with a committee.
Sure. Yeah, this is the start of
Oh, yeah, right here.
Yeah.
If the report contains more than one resolution, the reporting member makes a single motion for the adoption of them all.
And the rules govern back on 110, back there, wherever it's applied.
1025, that is my mind.
Yeah, at least they got that part straightened.
So that's not different for a committee of the whole.
And it makes sense that it wouldn't be, because sometimes the committee of the whole may just have one recommendation. So, see, the thing about committees of the whole, it's a kind of it's a funny animal in parliamentary procedure, because
it's your fetish.
It is, but it's useful in a lot of ways, because the way it works is that you establish this committee, and it can be everybody in the assembly, but they're not the assembly, to sit down and do whatever the hell they need to do to hash things out, debate it, wordsmith it, perfect it, and then they come up with a final answer, which they then refer back to themselves for a final vote.
Yeah.
It's like an executive session without the hiding.
I think I may have found something different here, though. Okay, here's the difference.
Okay. Where are you at?
Okay, So it referred back to a regular committee. It referred back
Right.
here where it says, wait, let me find it here. If members desire one or more of the resolutions to be considered separately, the motion for division of a question must be made and adopted by a majority vote.
Right.
Here, one member can demand it,
Uh-huh.
and it happens. No vote.
Okay.
Here, you have to adopt the division.
No, wait. Which here is which here? Sorry.
An irregular committee.
Let's keep our terms straight.
And a non-committee of the whole,
Yeah.
you have to pass a division of the question
Okay.
by a majority vote in order to consider them separately,
Okay.
if it's moved together.
Right.
In a committee of the whole, on the demand of one member, it
Yeah.
automatically gets considered separately.
That makes sense.
That's the difference.
Which, of course, begs the question, when you have a committee report with different proposals, then you would have to divide the questions?
Well,
or-
they have to be related, I think it said here too, but
Yeah.
let's...
Yeah.
Well, that isn't really what this is about, so...
Yeah, this is about committee of the whole. 'Cause-
Yeah. So, there you go.
The Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia used committee of the whole a lot in order to basically take it and work things out. One of the other things that happened with that was that usually the chair of the committee of the whole was not the chair of the whole assembly.
They're not. It says in here it has to
Right.
be different.
Right. So what that happened there was that allowed George Washington, who was chair of the entire assembly, to come down off of the chairman's chair, or the throne as they called it, and actually debate with everybody about it while somebody else had the gavel. And that's actually another reason why it's a useful thing, because it gives the chair the ability to get in there and in the weeds of everybody else while somebody else has the gavel, but at the same time you're doing it in a manner which is not so constrained by all the specific parliamentary foosball to get to create more of a productive and positive result.
Okay, I did look at it. It says here, though, and the reason why I wanted to look at this again, so it seems that it is possible then. I mean, we've done it, but we haven't done it often.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I'm thinking out loud here.
Go ahead.
On the LPCO committees, I guess the committee can just move to accept all of them.
All of them what?
Well, all of the proposals.
They could.
Now here it says, though, if the resolutions
Yeah.
are different subject matters, then a demand can be made by a single member. So,
Which kind of makes sense.
yeah,
because,
you don't need a division of the question then.
Right, because the questions are divided already.
Right. And
just by pure germanity to each other. Yes, I use the word.
so there was a mistake.
Germanity.
There was a mistake made.
Germanish.
Remember when Kevin Goldbranson moved to adopt all of the platform?
Yes.
There was more than one single member who objected.
Uh-huh.
That wasn't considered as long as a majority adopted it.
Yeah.
Remember, he moved it and it passed because it passed by the requisite vote to adopt platform proposals.
Right.
When actually the fact that even one person objected should have defeated that motion, and it should have been considered separately.
But that wasn't a full committee of the whole. That was just this.
No, what I'm talking about, this is, I went back to the rules for regular
Okay,
committees.
I'm with you. Okay.
That was handled wrong. Because I know, was it Joe? I get Joe Johnson and Joe Thompson confused. I'm pretty sure it was Joe Thompson objected, but he was outvoted. But according to here, his one objection
Should have mattered. But none of us caught that.
I didn't know those kinds of rules then.
Yeah.
And obviously Mark Goddard didn't catch it either.
And I didn't notice it.
But I don't think Mark Goddard was given the heads up that this was going to happen, and he should have been.
He wasn't.
Yeah, he should have been, and he would have researched it, because you can't expect any parliamentarian to know everything. If you want a smooth meeting, when you know something's coming up, you should alert your parliamentarian.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for that Sunday then.
Wasn't too bad.
So what's our closing? Do we do this?
Yep.
The same thing? Okay, ready? Perfect.
Viva! Let's hear the opposition side. Like a stubborn donkey's bray. All opposed? You say nay. Opposed! Opposed! The motion carries anyway.